Good evening and welcome to Prime TV News. I'm Chamila Guntilaka and we will start off with the headlines first. The 4-day railway strike ends. The Prime Minister says that the government was able to open Mahatma Gandhi Puram village as pledged to the estate sector. The cup planting ceremony of the Asala festival of the historic Dalda Maligawa in Kandy took place today. The government has launched a special program for the youth of the country who are the power behind the development of the nation. NASA launches its mission to send a satellite closer to the sun. Starting off with our leading story making the local headlines tonight, the railway strike, which lasted for 4 days, inconveniencing the public, has been called off. The railway workers suddenly engaged in a strike from 3 p.m. on Wednesday. They staged the strike, accusing the government of changing the decision to remove salary anomalies of railway workers. The government's stance was that the strikers should end their trade union actions and come for a discussion. The railway trade union leaders went to Polonnaruwa and met President Maithripala Sirisena this morning. Due to the strike launched by several trade unions, students who are sitting for the GCE advanced level students examination, office workers, foreign tourists and all strata of the society were severely inconvenienced. However, accusations are being levelled that the public service anomalies were created during the time of the Mahinda Rajapaksa government. The cup planting ceremony of the Asala festival of the historic Dalda Maligawa in Kandy took place today. The cup planting ceremony of the Asala festival took place at an auspicious time this morning. It took place with the participation of the Basnayaka Nilave and a large number of devotees at Natha, Pattini, Vishnu and Kataragama Devalayas. The internal procession of the 4 Devalayas will be held until the 15th of this month, and the Kumbal Perahera is scheduled to parade the streets on the 16th of this month. The first Randoli Perahera will parade the street on the 21st of this month. The final Randoli Perahera will be held on the 25th, and the day the Perahera will be held on the 26th of this month. Meanwhile, a cup planting ceremony of Navagamuwa Sri Pattini Historic Devalaya took place yesterday at an auspicious time. The procession is scheduled to be held on the 31st, and the water cutting ceremony will take place on the 1st of next month. The government has launched a special program for the youth of the country who are the power behind the development of the country. The government aims to get their contributions for the future path of the country. The International Youth Day falls today. The theme of this year is creating a secured environment for the youth. According to a proposal submitted in 1999 by Sri Lanka, the United Nations declared the International Youth Day in the year 2000. A program launched by the government to create a Sri Lanka youth to the international arena is progressing successfully. Building up of youth entrepreneurs through Enterprise Sri Lanka is one of the steps. Vocational skills of the youth are being improved through programs such as Yaunpura and the Youth Brigade. The intellectuals point out that the youth of the country should take maximum benefits after passing the dark era where political aims were achieved through certain organizations. Still on local news tonight, Minister Sajith Premdasa says that the Good Governance government was able to launch 1,000 reawakened villages during the last 3 years. Addressing a function at Suryaveva, he said that the rulers of the past who criticized the government provided benefits of development to the family. The launching of constructions of Sahasragama Reawakened Village took place at Hambantota Suryaveva Vadivava area. It is the 1,000th village being built under the Samata Sevana Reawakened Village program. The village has 25 houses. Minister Sajith Premdasa said that the development was distributed among the family, followers and the security guards. He said that he wanted the former presidents to see the work on 2,500 villages are over. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the Gandhi Puram was vested with the public, in line with the government's promise to setting up new housing units for the low-income families in the estate sector. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who arrived at the newly constructed housing units at the village, was warmly welcomed by the people. The water supply scheme of the village was unveiled by the Prime Minister. The village consists of 400 housing units. The signing of the Memorandum of Understanding for the purpose of constructing 1,000 more houses for the people in estate sector took place in the presence of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, Indian High Commissioner in Sri Lanka Taranjit Singh Sandhu and Minister Palani Digambaram. The envisaged project will cost 12 billion rupees and will be funded by the Government of India. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the gathering using satellite technology. He promised to extend his utmost support to the island nation in its future development endeavours.
Namaskar, Ayubavan, Vanakkam, Ungalodu, Mindam, Pesu Vathil Mikka Magilachi. Your roots are in India. They have grown in Sri Lanka. You have not just connected two countries, but also touched the hearts and strengthened the hands of two great nations. These are symbols of your sweat and toil. These are not just physical structures, but realization of your dreams. And not only your dreams, and our dreams too. We have always dreamt of a peaceful, secure and prosperous future for Sri Lanka, where aspirations of all for growth and development are made. And I am hopeful that these additional 10,000 houses would be constructed in the shortest possible time. Sri Lanka has been special for us and will remain special.
Addressing the ceremony, Prime Minister Wickremesinghe noted that the rights of the estate sector people have been ensured by the current administration. He also promised to expand the government's development programs targeting the estate sector in the future. India and Sri Lanka have a common cultural background as regional countries. The Premier extended gratitude to his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi for extending a helping hand for the Sri Lankan masses. Suvasaria initiative has been supported by the Indian government, which has been highly successful in Sri Lanka. The Premier also said that the Gamperaliya and Enterprise Sri Lanka programs introduced by the government to strengthen the economy of the country will creep into each and every village of the island, including the estate sector. He also highlighted that democracy prevails in the country and terrorism has no room in the Sri Lankan soil anymore. The Prime Minister emphasized that the white van culture has also been eliminated. We keep focusing on international collaborations with the parliamentarian Vijitha Herath, who says that an agreement signed in 2007 by former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa has violated the sovereignty of the country. He said this during a meeting to brief party members in Kadawatha area. Member of Parliament Vijitha Herath said that Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa had signed an agreement with the US ambassador in 2007. According to that agreement, the US forces come at any time to Sri Lanka and establish camps. During that time, the government of Sri Lanka was bound to give everything. It also says that if Sri Lanka goes to the US, they will also provide the necessities. However, he said that the Sri Lanka army will never set up a camp in the US. State Minister Ajit P. Perera says that the law is implemented equally to everyone under the present government. Participating at a media briefing, he said that during the past, one law was implemented for the family and another one for the public. State Minister Ajit P. Perera said that there was one law for Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa's group and another one for the others. He said that the government came to power to eradicate bribery and corruption and to implement law equally to everyone. That is why the government has set up a special court to eradicate corruption. Further tragic news from motorcycling. A child has been killed following an accident in Nochiagam area. Meanwhile, a bus driven at high speed has collided with 4 vehicles passed near Devata's Southern Expressway entry. A 15-year-old child has died following an accident at Nochiagama Pahalamaragaha area. A lorry driven towards Puttalam has knocked down a child riding a bicycle and fled. The child, who had been critically injured, had died on admission to Nochiagama Regional Hospital. Police are conducting investigations to find the lorry involved with the accident. Meanwhile, a private bus has collided with a line of vehicles stopped near the signal lights close to Gol Devata Southern Expressway entry route. The driver of the bus has not been able to control the excessive speed. It has damaged a van, a three-wheeler and a motorcycle. A tense situation arose at the scene as the people urged to take strict action against the bus driver. We continue with local news with Minister Mahinda Amaravira, who says that steps will be taken to reduce VAT and to provide benefits to the people. The minister expressed these views while attending the inauguration ceremony of another phase of Vevdahasak Gam Dahasak Mega Redevelopment Program in Tangol. The Vevdahasak Gam Dahasak project is implemented with the aim of developing many sectors of agriculture. It is the main project of the Apivavalai Apikanne Accelerated Agriculture Development Program. Under that, the development affairs of Tangol, Mahavela, Ihalagoda, Atwevatang was launched. It was commenced under the patronage of Minister Mahinda Amaravira. The project also develops infrastructure of the villages close to the tanks. Distribution of plants among the villagers took place to coincide with the program. The villagers commended the government for implementing such programs for the rural communities. Meanwhile, development work on Angunakola Palace, Kailavalpota tank and the village was scheduled to launch today. It is the 300th step of the project, which will cost 10 million rupees. The restaging of Maname drama after 45 years took place at Polonnaruwa Royal Primary School. President Maithripala Sirisena was present on the occasion. Dramas hold a special place in local community arts. Sokari, Nurti and Nadagam take main place among them. The Maname drama also links with history. Although there is no information about the commencement of Maname, it is believed it has been written around 1915. It is believed that the drama has been maintained by the word of mouth before that time period. The first script has been written by the generation of Jayakodi Guru Nanse. The team, led by the director of the drama, Palita Sisirakumara, had made arrangements to stage the show without damaging the historic Maname Nadagam. That concludes our news bulletin for tonight. You are welcome to log on to our news portal at www.itnnews.lk for the further information, the latest updates from home and overseas. I'm Chamila Gunderga signing out. Good night.